If you're feeling slow, experiencing brain fog, or there's never enough hours in the day to get the things you want to get done, and you don't have the free time to achieve the things that you do want to achieve, live your lifestyle, spend time with loved ones, in this video, I'm going to show you something known as the Productivity Booster Calculator. And what it's going to do for you is show you how to free up these hours during the day in the most efficient way, because your time is valuable and every hour counts as dollars in our day. So as high achieving entrepreneurs, I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like and give it to you for free. Take a look at the video and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, here is where you are losing precious hours throughout the day because your body and mind are not performing in their optimal state. And so here's exactly the areas that you need to focus on of your biology and exactly what to improve so you can get more done in less time with a less required effort. So let's get into it. The Performance Timing Calculator, also known as the Time Productivity Booster Calculator. So the first thing you want to do, and again, this calculator is going to be as a link down in the description below. Definitely check it out, and that's where you can get it. The first thing you want to do is look at each of these facets of emotion, or experiences. So stress, anxiety, brain fog, panic attacks, sluggish, indecisiveness. And I want you to be very honest with yourself. So let's say you get some anxiety during the day. How long does it last for? Is it 15 minutes? And let's say it's 3 times throughout the week. Then you'll put it there and you'll see what the total is. What the definition is, I want you to look at right here, but most people probably know what that is. Let's say you get a little bit of stress throughout, each of the day. How long does that last for? For a lot of people, I've noticed it lasts 100 and this is in minutes. It's 120 minutes. And for some people, that's, up to 3 times a week. Let's say you were also let's say you were fatigued, like you were feeling really tired, especially after lunch. And let's say each day that happens for 60 minutes. How many days throughout the week? Let's say that's 4. This is just to give you an example. And let's just do one more. I find most people with these feel at least 5, but we'll just be on more of the conservative side. Let's say they're feeling, brain fog is a big one for a lot of people. So let's say they're feeling like they have brain fog each day. I'd say on average is about 90 plus minutes. I've had 3 hours per day, but let's just say it's that. 3 days a week. So now we get what all these different totals are. Now, what we can see here is based on algorithms that I provided for you is we can see the breakdown of throughout the week, how much we're stressed, how much we're anxious, brain fog, tired, or whatever ones that you filled in for you. The total hours per week that you're feeling these states would be, in this case, 15.3, and a month is 76.3. Now, take a look at this. Which of these distractions do you experience during daily working hours? So before the experiences or how you're feeling or the emotion associated with it, let's take a look at what most people are distracted by. I would say for a lot of people it's text messaging. So on average it's going to be for a lot of people 60 minutes a day. Let's say it happens 3 times a week. We'll be on the conservative side. Let's go to non-work social media. Social media is a big one. The most recent statistics people are on that are pretty large. So what I would say here is, let's say it's 2 hours a day, 120 minutes. So let's just say 60 minutes, 120 minutes. And the frequency per day, let's say it's 4 times per week. Web surfing. Web surfing is a big one. Let's just say this is 30 minutes per day. And let's say this is 3 times per week. Let's say, you have daydreaming throughout the day. This is a big one for people, especially around the afternoon when they're feeling a little bit more sluggish after lunchtime. They're getting that blood sugar crash. For a lot of people, this would probably be between, we could say, let's be conservative. Let's just say 60 minutes. And let's say that happens 3 times a week. And then we'll do one more where they feel, let's say cravings. So they feel cravings maybe 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week. So now we have our totals here. So what does your distraction self-report say? So what we can say here is, in terms of distraction, is 17.5 hours lost during the day. This is equivalent to 87.5 hours. And the equivalent in a month is 525 hours for this one example. Now, what do you value in this next section? I want you to say, what do you value your time at per hour? You could say it is what you make if you're working a 9-to-5 job. Each hour, but let's say for the average person per hour, we can just say it's, maybe it's 100 an hour if you're an entrepreneur. It could be more than that, it could be less than that. For some entrepreneurs, it's 1,000 plus easily. For other people, it's 50. For other people, it's 30. You can put that in for you, but for the sake of just simplicity, let's just say it's 100 an hour. So what we can say here is the good news is by making the right lifestyle changes to minimize your selected experience holding you back, you can gain 15.3 hours per week and 76.3 hours each and every month. This will be brain fog, stress, fatigue, worrying, anything to do with that. That is one of the biggest indicators. So this is how much more free time you can have each day. Now, in terms of distractions, whether you have cravings or just things that arise inside of you, whether it's, you're focusing or you can't focus, you're just distracted, whether you're on your computer, surfing, all this has to do with your inner machinery. Because when your brain is in la la land, or if your body's not functioning as it should, you're going to be more fatigued. You're going to be experiencing more daydreaming, more brain fog. You can't make decisions as properly. All these things that are just in that list are examples of that. So if you make the right changes to reduce these mental distractions and enhance your mental focus concentration, you will gain an extra 17.5 hours per day, 87.5 hours per week, and 525 hours per month. Now, what we put in the example, I did put it a little bit more hours. So you can see, 17.5 hours per day seems like a drastic amount. For some people, though, this is really true per day, how much more hours they can free, especially if they're not sleeping a lot. But I mean, you'll definitely see an increase in the amount of hours that you'll have available each and every day. Take a read through this, but here's the interesting part. Let's say you value your time at $100 an hour. This is an extra $1,750 per day, $8,750 per week, and $52,500 per month that you could potentially be making with this in that example. Again, you want to be realistic with your numbers. I was just giving that to you as an example. Now, if you would like help on optimizing your body's inner machinery so you don't have as many of these distractions, you don't have these negative experiences, you're not going through these things that just seem on autopilot where you're stuck in this mode of procrastination and everything else that goes along with it. We have to start at the source of where the bottlenecks inside of your body that are causing you to feel this way. And once we get to the source, it's like a leaking bucket. Once we plug it with a cork, it's not leaking anymore. And then it can continue being a bucket. But for you, we want to get to the source of what is causing all this to happen in the first place. We can manage, all the symptoms with all these different micro things like atomic habits and different external strategies. But instead, if we focus on the core, if we focus on the internal, all this will become so much more effortless. I cannot begin to tell you. So if that's something that interests you, you can click this link for a masterclass video. If not, click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one call with me, and we can get to the source of where it's coming from for you. Completely free, 10 to 15 minute assessment, and I'll give you a personalized roadmap that you can have for the rest of this year. Okay, we'll see you in the next